Welcome to Communication Skills for Working Women. I'm Elizabeth.
And I'm Rose May. Do you find yourself second-guessing or avoiding conversations because you're worried about being misunderstood?
You're not alone. On this show, we're sharing tangible tools for assertiveness, emotional resilience, and real-life communication wins and fails.
Let's sharpen our communication together.
Earlier this week, I told you something that might surprise you. I don't like to ask for help. I teach communication skills, and yet when it comes to asking for help, it still stretches me. Wouldn't you know it, life gave me another opportunity to practice this skill. So it snowed here in DC this week, and I have an injured shoulder, which means no shoveling for me. Now, here's what you need to know. I like a clear driveway. I like it shoveled early. I will happily shovel mid-snowstorm and go back and do it again. I enjoy it. I like the rhythm of it. I like the visual of it. My husband, who's truly a fantastic partner in every way, also likes a clear driveway. He prefers to shovel once, one and done. Different timelines, same goal. Earlier in the evening, I mentioned the driveway, lightly, casually, and then just before bed, I was more direct. I expressed my need clearly. Now, did you catch that part? Just before bed? Timing, Elizabeth, timing. It was not received well. And I knew almost immediately that I had been misunderstood. You know that feeling when you can sense that the conversation is about to spiral sideways? In that moment, I had a choice: push, defend, clarify harder, or pause. So I paused. I grabbed my pillow and I headed to the extra bedroom. Now listen, I'm not giving marriage advice here. I'm talking about the workplace, because this exact dynamic happens at work all the time. You ask for help, you think you're being clear, and it lands wrong. The energy shifts, the tone changes, and you feel it. And here's what most of us do. We panic. We think, I shouldn't have asked. That made me look incompetent. They're annoyed. I messed it up. Sometimes it's timing. Sometimes it's stress. Sometimes they just got off the phone with somebody for something else. Sometimes it's context that you just don't fully see. That night, I went to bed, and I actually slept great because I knew two things. One, I had been misunderstood. And two, we could talk about it tomorrow. The next morning, there was a little heaviness in the air. Not dramatic, but there. And I said, hey, do you want to talk? We sat down, I shared more context, he shared his, and it cleared. No drama, no permanent damage, just repair. And this is the part that I really want you to hear. The first attempt is not the final verdict in your ability to ask for help. At work, when the ask lands wrong, you're allowed to say, let's circle back tomorrow. I want to revisit this. You are allowed to create space. Asking for help is not a one-shot performance. It's an experiment. So let's talk about a few experiments you could try, especially if asking feels vulnerable. Experiment 1, show your work before you ask. Instead of saying, can you help me? Try this. I've tried A and B and I'm not getting the result I need. Can you help me understand what I'm missing? This does something really, really powerful. It signals effort. It protects your credibility, and it communicates what you're thinking. You're not outsourcing your responsibility when you ask this. You're really inviting someone else's perspective to come in. Okay, your next experiment that you can try. Frame the ask around the impact and not around your limitation. So shift from I don't know to I want to make sure. Instead of I'm confused about how this works, try I want to make sure I'm handling this correctly so we don't run into issues later. Can you walk me through that process? That difference is powerful. One centers on confusion, the others on outcome. Experiment 3. Ask to learn the system, not just fix the moment. Instead of, I need help with one thing, try, I'd love to understand the process of X so I can handle situations like this more independently going forward. Do you have 15 minutes that you can walk me through it? We can get it on your calendar later today or tomorrow. Now you're signaling growth, you're signaling ownership, you're thinking long term. This really builds trust and open communication. Experiment 4. Name the gap without apologizing for it. Remove that shame language. Instead of, sorry, I should have asked this sooner, try, I don't have visibility into X yet. Can you help me understand how that works? Or I'm not really seeing the whole picture here. Can you help me understand how this fits into it? It's neutral, it's clear, it's direct. It's not self-diminishing, and we're not over-apologizing. We're just talking about information. All of these experiments that I just gave, when I gave you that, try this, I could feel my body sit up taller and just feel more confident in those other options. Now, here's what I want to leave with you. If your first ask lands wrong, that does not mean that you are incompetent. It might mean that it was just before bed. It might mean that the other person was stressed. It might mean that you need to clarify. Repair is part of the skill set. Instead of waiting until you feel perfectly ready, perfectly articulate, perfectly confident, experiment. Ask, adjust, try again. Asking for help is how capable people grow. And sometimes it just requires better timing than right before bed. If this was helpful for you, leave us a review. It helps other people find us. And join our Facebook group at Communication Skills for Working Women. Remember, speak clearly and listen bravely.
When you feel confident in your communication, everything changes.
We'd love to hear your wins, failures, and insights on Instagram at Communication Skills for Women. Leave a review and connect with us.
Until next time, speak clearly and listen bravely.